Hey everybody, it's me. It's a new Dawn. It's Lenora. My name is not actually Dawn, just that you FYI, everybody. Um, it's Lenora. My company's name or business name is It's a New Dawn, and what that represents is, and for those who have followed me for a while, know what it represents. But it just means to me, first of all, it was named after my sister-in-law who passed away. Her name was Dawn, and she meant more than anything to me. She died of cancer within like 3 months. But I named the company after her. But that represents to me, I know it's a song, but new beginnings, always a new day to start over. You fall off the horse, you can get back right back on. So it means a lot to me, just for those who don't know what It's a New Dawn means. So I'm really, really excited because this is my second podcast I'm recording today. I have 3, and I'm so excited to get people who either ask me to be on or I ask them to be on, or it's been really great. And again, this young lady I have found out through TikTok. Again, every guest that I've had is from TikTok, the last 12 people. But this young lady I found as I was scrolling, and it came on my FYP page. She was doing a TikTok, and it was for, like, the song was from, and I looked it up, The Greatest Showman. So it's called This Is Me. And Makayla Mattison is a cosmetologist, right? Correct? Yes.
I'm a cosmetology educator.
Yes. And you live in Washington State. You're very young and beautiful and wonderful. And this video, okay, for people who are going to watch on YouTube, I'm going to try, with your help, Makayla, to get the video on in the beginning so we could see exactly what you did, what was so freaking life-changing for so many people. Because how many times was it watched? Like 1.4 million or something?
I think it's at 1.8 million right now.
Yeah, 1.8 million. We can only do a minute long TikToks, either a minute or 15 seconds or in between there, for people who are not familiar with TikTok. But your talent, the talent that this woman put into this TikTok was unbelievable. You guys are just going to have to watch it. So hopefully I will be able to do it. I'm like, and if you follow me, you don't know that I'm not very good with technology, but I hope that she helps me to get it on in the beginning. For those who are watching or listening on the podcast, you're not gonna be able to see it, but you definitely can go to TikTok, and I'll give that information at the end to where to find her. But I was sobbing because the song is This Is Me, and I'm gonna have her explain the meaning it had for her, maybe some of her story, what led her to do this TikTok, because you told me that it took you 12 hours to do.
Yeah, a little over 12 hours.
Transitions. I mean, oh my God, it was crazy. But I knew that I needed to get in touch with this woman. And I'm wondering if, and I didn't ask you this before we started recording, and if you're not okay with this, please, I'm good with it. But I wanted to kind of share, not verbatim because I didn't write it down. When I reached out to you, I found you through Instagram because you have your links on TikTok. I wrote you, and you wrote me something, and it made me cry, because I just talked about this on my last recording with somebody else, but it made me cry because this is what this song is about to me. This is me. And the way what you wrote to me, I'm going to get the chills, and everybody knows I cry a lot. I'm very sensitive. Could I share that? What you
Totally.
Wrote? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's important.
Okay. Yes. So Makayla wrote me. I said, would you honor me with being on my podcast? And I kind of wrote a little bit about it maybe, but you were like, yeah, that would be exciting, blah, blah, blah. But then you wrote me again and said something like, and I don't have it in front of me, but I'm a little embarrassed about, do you remember what you wrote?
Yeah, I had said, I looked at your TikTok and I noticed your name and everything, and I noticed that you are a personal trainer. And it's always been a fear that, yes, I realize I'm a plus size woman, and seeing the fact that you're a personal trainer, I didn't want to go on here and it be something negative, because my video was something about very much being positive.
Yes, and I was crying because I'm so not that way as far as judging about because of what I've been through.
Yeah.
I had bulimia for 6 years and almost died, and a sexual abuse from a priest. I mean, and it brought me to where I am today. And I've said this in the other podcast. I would not take that back for 1 second, because it did make me into this more accepting person of everybody, no matter what size, no matter what they look like, the sex, whatever they want to do in their lives. I am so accepting. And I reached out to you because that video, This Is Me, was so strong and so made such an impact. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad you felt that way. And so I knew I had to talk to you, and then we talked, and then we were fine. But I want to turn the camera over to you, because I wonder what led you to do that video, because it's not like that you didn't have a lot of followers already on TikTok, but I think this really was like a game changer for you, because famous people were like duetting it, and everybody, they were coming out of the woodwork. So go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to you, Makayla.
Well, hey guys, I'm so glad to be here. Thank you so much, Lenora, for having me. I really appreciate it. So to be honest with you, when I sent that original message, I had no intention. And I think that was another one of those moments, like, because we're all humans, where I pass judgment, you know what I mean? And we all do that. And my initial reaction was like, oh my gosh, she's into fitness. And so I didn't want it to be something along the lines of just my weight. And now, knowing you and having had the conversations with you and everything, I know that it's definitely not what you're about. You're like one of the most uplifting people I've talked to. It's awesome. And part of me making that video, so it all started, so I love theater. I lettered in theater when I was in high school and everything like that. I love singing. I love dancing. I danced for a long time. And when The Greatest Showman came out, I loved it because it's just all theatrical and music. And one of the songs that really hit home for me is This Is Me. And the reason being is because, one, he had to go find her in the movie, is what the storyline was. He went and found her because he was looking for freaks, right? And I really identified with her in the aspect of, like, she had so much to show the world, and she was letting her personal insecurities hold her back, right? That's what I took from that.
Just to interject though, I didn't know anything about this show. I don't know anything about that theater like that or anything. So for those who are like me, so if you want to explain a little bit more into depth the story. Okay.
Yeah, totally. So The Greatest Showman essentially was a movie created, and it was about P.T. Barnum and his circus of freaks. And so P.T. Barnum was a poor man who then kind of lied and cheated to create this show of a circus, the first circus, right? And he was on the hunt for freaks, and his first freak that he, I believe maybe she was the second, but he went and found this woman who was a plus size woman, but she was the bearded lady. And I mean, I associated with her in the aspect of the fact that, like, he was like, you are beautiful. You are going to touch people with your story, so on and so forth. And she's this incredible singer. And she's a very big part of the movie. And then there's a part of the movie where he has this new singer. She's a beautiful woman, and he has a show where he's no longer being associated with the circus and the freaks and all of the people who are making fun of his show. He's associated for something that's incredible, something that people really idolize. And he pushes the freaks out, and the biggest one is he pushes her out. And he tells the woman the same phrase he told her when he first brought her into his show, that she is beautiful, she's going to do incredible things. He says it to this beautiful woman. And so for her, she was like, you know what? No, this is me. And from what I've learned being in the circus is that I'm never going to apologize for being who I am. And so this whole song came about, and it's just such a powerful song. The first time I heard it, I cried. And then my family and I are all very musical, and we all really like the movie and everything. And later on down the line, I had seen a video on YouTube. I think maybe my dad sent it to me, or I shared it with my dad. And he and I both cried when we watched it, but it was the first time that the gentleman who played P.T. Barnum, for the life of me right now, I can't remember his name, but he's the guy who played Wolverine. He came in for the first time. Hugh Jackman, I think is his name. But the woman who played the bearded lady was always a behind the scenes singer. Like, she had never been on camera. So this was her first time truly like stepping out of her own comfort zone, because she never looked at herself as somebody who could be on camera. And they had been practicing this song like crazy with the cast. And well, he came in and he was going to see the song for the first time. And he came over to her and she was singing the song and she started crying. She was already feeling kind of insecure about it. And he walked over to her and he like stood by her. And it was the first time in that video that she stepped out from behind her podium, because she truly felt the meaning of that song. And like, I cried at that point, because you know what, she truly felt empowered. He helped her feel empowered. And I think that's really important. So, how the TikTok essentially came about was I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw Maria Delvine, I want to say, or Delvois. Pardon me if I'm saying that wrong. She, is a very popular TikToker. I believe she has a YouTube as well. I'm pretty sure she's a 16-year-old girl, but she had done
I looked
as well.
her up. I looked her up after you told me about her, and I wasn't familiar with that particular video. I saw the other one with the gay guy with the pride with the song painting and whatever. And but then I looked her up because you told me to. So
yeah, so
beautiful.
I got it from her essentially. And I changed it to fit my own, because she shows her culture, she shows her love of makeup, she shows her insecurities that people are saying you only copy people, you aren't ever going to amount to anything, so on and so forth, which yes, for her, those are her insecurities. Well, my insecurities that I've always struggled with, whether they are something that somebody has said to me or something that I personally battle with, I wrote them on my face and I put them out there for everybody to see, because I'm at a point in my life now where I need to learn to appreciate who I am. And I have a daughter. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and she's featured in my video. So those of you who will see it, you'll get to see my beautiful baby girl. And she means the absolute world to me. And growing up in this world, it's definitely difficult because we're so consumed by social media. I'm one who I can say that I'm consumed by social media. But in the world that my daughter's growing up in, I want her to know that there's always going to be people out there who aren't going to like you. They're going to have difference in opinions. You're going to have those moments in life where you don't like your appearance, you compare yourself to others, but there are also going to be those people out there who appreciate every aspect of you, who love you for exactly who you are. And I'm very fortunate to say that I have a wonderful family and amount of friends that love me for exactly who I am, and they're the most uplifting people ever. And so if I can put that message out there for all the other plus size women out there, because I can't tell you how many people commented and messaged me saying like, I'm plus size and I've never thought I could be beautiful until I saw your video because you're a plus size woman. And it was hard for me to hear that, because like I go through the same insecurities and the same struggles, and I truly put myself out there. But hearing that, and then hearing a teacher share a story with me saying that she is like 13-year-olds that she teaches, and 3 of them were trying to do makeup, and somebody told them that you could never be pretty as a fat girl. And she shows my videos to them, and they watch them, I guess, religiously now, which makes, and this was before the This Is Me video. But the fact that I could touch 13-year-old girls, where you're at such like a big part of your life at that time, and like you're really coming into your own. I remember how I felt at 13, and I compared myself to everybody around me. And the fact, sorry, my dog is right here.
No, it's okay. Hi, daughter.
Yeah, my dog, not my dog.
Oh, your daughter. Dog.
Yeah. No worries.
Hi, dog.
But yeah. But that is a huge time in your life where you're coming into your own and you're comparing yourself to whatever you see on the social media and everything. And the fact that I could touch people who are in such a vital time of their life and coming into their own, that just like made my heart melt. And like a lot of autistic people have reached out to me saying like that was very uplifting, and like it gets me like all emotional.
Did that surprise you? Did that surprise you? Like what surprised you the most? What coming from that video? What response surprised you the most from the response?
Just the amount of uplifting comments I've received. I'm currently sitting at 17,000+ comments, and I'm trying to get to all of them. And to be honest with you, so it's actually been a week and a day now since I uploaded the video. Initially, I had uploaded it while I was at work on break, and I came back and my phone was dead, and I was all upset. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to buy a new phone. This stupid phone died on me.
Oh my God.
And I didn't realize it was because I was coming back to the fact that my video went viral. I started Saturday
That's
morning.
why your phone died?
That's why it died, because I had so many notifications.
Oh my God.
And I was in disbelief. I had 5,684 followers that morning. I remember looking.
Really? No, yep. You have, I wrote it down. I think you have 64,000 now.
Actually, this morning I hit, like right before we got on, I checked and I had 65.4 thousand now.
You mean you only had you had less than me?
Yeah.
I've got to do a video.
Right? Yeah,
no,
I had less. I was a very small creator, and the fact like I have, and you know, it's definitely hard because with the followers comes a lot of also sadness, because I created this very uplifting, motivational thing that I'm so glad. I tell my mom is my best friend, by the way. My mom and my dad are like, we are like this, and it's just, I'm glad that I have the support system that I do. And my mom, I texted her, I was like, I went viral. And she was like, what does that mean? Like, my mom's not technologically savvy, but she loves podcasts. So she was very excited to hear about this.
I know. Yeah. I want to meet her.
She's awesome. My mom's super motivational. My dad has always trusted my dreams. Like, they're both just incredible people.
You are really blessed. And it was a girl that I sat down yesterday, a really deep conversation. She'd been through a lot of stuff, but her parents, she was so blessed to have the support system of her parents her whole life, no matter what. But they were strict on her, which was good, because that's, you got to be. It teaches her the respect, and respect her daughters grew up that way too. That's 2 days in a row. That doesn't happen it's not very common to have that blessing in your life. So, and it looks like you appreciate it. So that's great.
I do. And you know what? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the easiest teenager to get along with, but my parents, they made sure that I always knew my self-worth. And for that, I'm so appreciative to them. But yeah, so what came with the TikTok and the fact that I gained so many followers so quickly definitely came negativity as well. And I wasn't expecting that, but I told my mom, I said, if any of my videos went viral, that is the one that I feel so appreciative that did, because it is so uplifting and it's so positive. And about 4 days after I had made it, I had another person duet it essentially, and they were making fun of me and saying like, it's interesting that I put my description of who I am on my face and then tried to turn it to something better, but I can never do that. And I let that affect me, because I'm a person, I'm a human being just like anybody else. And I let it affect me. I let it get me so down in the dumps, and I was just having a bad day after I saw it, and it hurt my feelings. And then I started sitting there and I was thinking about it, and I was like, part of my video and the message I was trying to portray was that, yeah, people are gonna hate on you, people are gonna give you all these negative things to think about yourself, but why am I letting this one person, when I have over 1 million people who are giving me these positive words of encouragement, affect me? like, that's not what it's about. And if anything, I hope that my message could reach out to them and say, you know what, that's okay. You can be that way towards me, but I hope within you, you know your self-worth, and that one day, hopefully, you can feel as uplifted as I am right now.
Wow.
Because I don't
Yeah.
want any negativity towards them, because a lot of people were attacking their video as well. I don't want that. I would rather kill them with kindness and just hope them the best in the world, because the negativity doesn't help negativity. And so I just wish them all the best, and I'm not going to let it affect me anymore, because that's not what this life is about. I would rather surround myself with positivity. And so, yeah, I'm not going to let it affect me, and I'm going to keep that motivation going up.
I love that. And I talk about this man, Gary V. Vaynerchuk.
Oh, I don't know who that is. No.
He is. Oh, he's huge. He's a huge motivational speaker, very famous. The last few podcasts I mentioned his name, but he talks about, actually, I was going to post a duet with him today. He was talking to a young girl who she got like one negative comment and said, too bad you can't change your looks or something like that. And Gary Vee said, you know, I know this sounds horrible, but think about the person you love the most dying, or somebody, you know, and think how little impact that negative comment has against somebody precious to you dying. We only have a short amount of time here, right? Yeah. And you actually have to feel sorry for that person who put that negative comment out, because they are freaking hurting. They are hurting. Yeah. Those people are hurting. If they took the time out to do something like that, and even to go as far as to duetting you, like, yeah, bad enough.
It was a pretty intense duet too. It was like really like, oh my goodness, right, like it was really intense.
For them to do that, think about how much they must be hurting in their lives to put something out there like that. And your resilience comes from your parents, because I always talk about the support system and community and how important that is. It's part of the pillars of total health and wellness and mind, body, and soul. Two of them are community and support, and they're huge. If you don't have a good support system, that's your rock, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, where did this, I mean, everyday life is full of trauma and, you know, insecurities, especially as women growing up. But where did that come from? If your parents were always so supportive, and, you know, where did that start?
A lot of it came from high school. A lot of it came from high school. Girls can be very mean. I'll just put it that way. There's been times where people have told me, like, you know, the pretty girls, the cheerleaders, and it was exactly the pretty cheerleaders who said this particular comment. But we were doing a thing. I was in a program where it was to welcome in the freshmen, or like the sophomores at my high school, but essentially the freshmen, to the school. And we were doing this big like welcome gathering, and they were like, oh, you should go pick up trash because only like ugly fat people like you deserve to live in a dumpster, and like all this stuff. Those comments hurt. Words hurt. Like, they suck. And I've had many a comment since I have started to, like, obviously there was a lot of things in high school and in my past that have built that insecurity. A lot of my friends are very, like, you know, thin, beautiful, active, and not that I compare myself to them, but it definitely is sometimes, like, you've heard the movie, The Dumb Ugly Fat Friend, the Duff and stuff like that. People are like, oh, you're the Duff in the friend group. And I'm like, that's such a, like, not nice thing to say. You know what I mean? But since I've been on TikTok, I have endured those comments. Like, I had a lady who commented on one of my videos that was like, oh, you're not ugly, you're just a big girl, and that's hard to make beautiful. And I was like, ouch. Like, I don't think my weight has anything to do with me being beautiful. And there was a couple.
Did you respond to that? Good. I mean, no, like you said, like kill them with silence or kill them with kindness.
Yeah. And, you know, I I mean, let's be honest. I work in an industry that's surrounded by beautiful people. That's literally the job that I do. I work to make people feel their most beautiful self. So I don't feel like when somebody puts a negative comment, I don't feel like it's right personally to then belittle them further. One, because you shouldn't fight fire with fire, but two, because you again don't know what's going on in that person's life. And what if my one negative comment back to them pushes them over that edge? It's not
That's
worth it to
exactly
me
what
to be
I'm saying.
responsible for that.
That's right. That's what I was saying. Like, these people are hurting. If they
Yeah.
take the time out, it hurt. I'm not saying it doesn't hurt,
Oh yeah,
because
no,
it
for
does.
sure it hurts.
I have had, not a lot, but I've had some. And I'll talk to my husband, but I always will, like, my kids will say, delete the comment. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to delete it. I'm not going to delete it. And I always respond with, okay, you're entitled to your opinion, or something like that. And it makes me feel better. And you're absolutely right. That person, you don't know. And you don't want to be responsible. It's not right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. But
no, of course not. But the thing is that it's unnecessary. There has been only one instance where I actually reported somebody for bullying or body shaming or whatever the thing was on the TikTok, but it was an entire profile that they went through several of my videos and commented very derogatory statements about my weight and my ethnicity and stuff. And it was very, very bad. And I did report them because the entire profile was created and their name was in their bio and everything stated that it was, if I commented on your video, it's because you're the problem with this world and your obesity is making it okay for young children to be obese and people like you just shouldn't be in this world and stuff. And so I did report them because that amount of negativity and the fact that somebody is taking that amount of time creating an entire profile, for everything in my being, hope my daughter never has to see or experience things like that, because that is not okay. Right there was not okay, because if I wasn't so secure with who I am, those kind of comments could have put me over the edge, because you don't know who you're putting that kind of stuff onto.
And if you didn't have, you might have been in that situation again if you didn't have this loving family that you have, you know, in your support system. Do you feel like you get more of those comments from men or women? Like,
a lot of those comments come from anonymous users who don't have, like, whether they're men or women. To be honest, the comments that have been negative, most of them are women. But it's actually crazy because before I was looking at my analytics and, like, before that video happened, I had 5.8% of my followers were men, and, like, my men's following is now, like, exponentially rising.
What is it? What is it? Because I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was. The last time I checked, it was in the 8th percentile. So, like, I mean, compared to where it was, that's a lot.
Oh, hey, I'm like at 67 men.
Oh, wow.
67. Oh, yeah. Because what I did was I put a bathing suit, but it wasn't even like a bathing suit, sexy bathing suit. And I'm not, I have no boobs. You know, it wasn't intended to be sexy. I like the strength of me. I'm always into health, not into weight. How do you feel? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel strong? Doesn't matter how much you weigh to me. So, you know, I was like, hey, baby boomers, you know, post, you know, a duet and tell me what you're, whatever. And what year you were born. Like, and all the men, it was like, I was shocked because I was like, I'm telling you, it wasn't like, I've seen women in bathing suits on TikTok. Like, voluptuous women and sexy. And I'm like, no, this is going to empower baby boomers, because, you know, I'm almost 56 and I'm like, I feel good, I feel strong, you know, I've had 5 kids and, like, this is great. No. So from that day, that was months ago. And then, my husband's like, hon, you're just so cute. That's why.
Oh,
you're so
I
cute.
love that.
And I'm like, he's like, look at your face at the end. It's just cute, whatever. And I'm like, oh, not that I hate men, but like, come on now, women. Come on. I need
Yeah,
some
no, I'm with you.
support.
I just thought it was so funny, but you know what? I will say that a lot of the men, so I actually, pardon me, I have to take a drink. But a lot of the men who have duetted my stuff are like those who are so known on TikTok for their inspiration and like hashtag team positivity and stuff like that. And I follow a lot of them, and that's why I was just like appalled. And then actually, right before we got on this morning, I had seen people kept tagging me in this video to duet, and they had posted it while I was sleeping last night. And they were like, you got to do blind react to this. And I was like, okay. So I click on it, and I'm like not even made up or anything yet. And I'm watching this, and it was a group of gentlemen in the military who were watching my video. And I was trying so hard to keep it together. I was like, Makayla, don't you dare cry during this video. Don't you dare do it. And they were
You're
just
gonna make
so
me cry.
stoked.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And that
What
was
it?
see, and
Tell
that's
me.
the kind of, it was just they duetted my video, and they were just being like super hyped up and excited for me, and like, heck no, get those words off your face, and just being so positive. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they look like they're deployed in the video, and it's 4 of them, and they're just like losing their marbles, like excited, and like, oh, it was so cool.
Oh my God,
and it was
that
so
is
fun.
so cool. Oh my God, that warms my heart. Just to be clear, because if my followers, I've got some really good dedicated men followers. So if you guys, I can name them all by name because they do my live, they join my live, they love me, they're always supporting me. Like, I got your back. So just an FYI, I love you guys. You know, if you're watching this, you know who you are. You know who you are. Anyway.
But I think that's so cool that so many of the guys have gone on. Like, I have had a lot of women duet it because they can associate themselves with it. But like, you know, my boyfriend is a very incredible person. We've been together for 6 years. We have a daughter. We've had to go through some very serious trials and tribulations that a lot of couples at the time when we were younger didn't have to go through. Like, and he doesn't get the makeup thing. He's not like, he and I are very different. Like, I'm extroverted, he's introverted. Like, we definitely balance each other out. But he has always supported me no matter what my dream is. And I think it's so incredible that, like, I know what an incredible person he is, and I'm so fortunate to have him in my life. But the fact that so many other guys who are so positive, or people who like even have no following at all, they're just like, you go and you do this, girl, and they're just so happy about it. And like, I'm sure you've heard of JT Laybourne and Mrs. JT. They're like the queen and king of positivity. They were actually the first people I followed on TikTok. And one of his dances prompted my first TikTok. Oh, you should go check them out. Anybody who's on here, go check them out. They're amazing. But he did a version of the This Is Me because he had to have a very impromptu open heart surgery, and he hasn't been able to like do his dances and be super upbeat because his body just won't let him until he's in better health. And he did one, and he showed his heart scar, and I was like, it brought just like total tears to my eyes and everything. And the fact that, like, of all these different videos, the fact that Maria's and mine uplifted so many people, and the two of us had such a large impact. And the gentleman that you referred to earlier, I don't know his name personally. I've seen his video. A couple people tagged me in it though. And like, just for the LGBTQ community and just everything being so positive, everybody being so uplifted by it, I think it's so incredible because I think that's what the world should be full of, is people just uplifting people rather than tearing people down. And that's why I feel so fortunate that my life has gone to, because I could have let my life go in a completely different way when I was younger, after those girls said to me what they said to me, after I had so many years of negative comments towards me. And I could have gone one way, but I'm so glad that my life has taken the turn to where I get to uplift people with motivational videos, and I get to talk to people who are so positive like you, and I get to have the privilege of working in an industry where I literally get to change somebody's day by adding a highlight to their hair. Like,
Yeah.
it's so cool that that's the life that I have, and I would not change it for the world.
Yes, girl. Yes. What has anything like has anything changed like dramatically since that all
Oh my gosh,
happened?
so much.
Tell me.
It's so crazy.
So
And like,
excited
sorry,
for
one
you.
second. Hey, Kimmy, go, baby. Go. I know.
Hi,
Just a minute. Go away.
I love dogs.
Yeah, this is my big one. We've got a little one and a big one. She's our old girl.
Is she a lab?
She's a black lab German short hair mix. She's my little baby. She's the lap dog when our little one is.
How old is she?
She's 11. She's almost 12.
I have the same, and her face looked just like my OC, my old dog.
Hey, baby.
Let me see. Oh my God, yes.
Hi. Yeah.
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
She's all
so
up here
how have things changed for you?
So obviously I gained in the first 6 hours that was up, I gained over 20,000 new followers. And I'm at 65.4 the last time I checked. And I had to turn off all notifications on TikTok because I just couldn't keep up. It was insane.
Yeah.
I gained it's not anywhere near like what my TikTok following is, but my Instagram platform has kind of gone bigger as well. Right before, this part was really cool too. Right before the video went viral, the week before, an eyelash company had reached out to me, and it's just a singular lady. She's so sweet. Her name is Roma. She had a son who was born with a medical condition, and she's trying to pay those medical bills. And once COVID happened, she was like, what can I do? So she started making these lashes. I'm actually wearing them right now.
I love them. Can I buy them? Can I buy them?
Yeah, so she has her website. You can go to my either Instagram or TikTok, and you can find all of her info there, and you can use code Makayla10.
They're beautiful. So those who are on like all the platforms like Apple, you're not going to be able to see them, but go to subscribe to my YouTube channel, people. It's a New Dawn, and you'll be able to see her on there. Yes. It's beautiful. I was going to say something. It looks really pretty.
Thank you. She hand makes them, and they are just stunning. They are such good quality. And for those of you who are makeup people, you know how expensive lashes can get. And she has them for the most incredible prices, and they're so good. And I wouldn't just say that just because, she chose me out of all these people she had. But the fact that I get to help a mom who's trying to help her child because of his very significant medical issues, and she had messaged me, and she was like, thank you so much. She's like, I'm so glad that I chose you. And she and I have developed this friendship, and we've only ever talked via text message or Instagram. And I'm helping her out so much. She helped me out because she truly gave me a chance when I had very little followers to follow a dream of mine, which was work with an eyelash company.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I ask you another question? Yeah. Are they glue? Is it glue?
Yeah. They're glued.
Okay, let me just go ahead. Let me see. So they come in different styles, or?
Yeah, I actually have so many sitting here with me right now. But for those of you who are can see, she sends me all of these cute boxes.
What do you have on? What?
These ones are called Aries.
Because I probably can get away with those, but the other ones are probably too much for me. Yeah, because I'm older, but now those look really. I love them. They look beautiful on you. So and then what else changed? Come on.
So I had a couple people make me some fan art, so I'm expecting that in the mail, which is so cool because I was like, no way, people made me stuff. And then this morning I actually got an email from a company, a very big company. I can't really talk about it until contracts are done. But to partner up with them. And so I'm so excited.
To do what? Tell me what?
I can't really talk about it yet.
Oh, okay.
But it will be coming soon. Okay. But then I also had a clothing line reach out to me who asked if they could partner up with me for their plus size clothing line. So they're going to send me a couple pieces. And
oh my goodness.
It's one of those dreams that everybody has when they're doing TikTok or trying to do YouTube, and it actually happened. And I'm just ecstatic about it.
Oh my God, you deserve it for the message that you sent. It's not just you have all this following. And I mean, I'm not putting down, I mean, believe me, anybody who has got following like that, that's great. I know it is hard. I'm only at a little over 7,000 and I just don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I'm just being me, but what you did to get there through that one video, you guys, once you watch it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And this is why I reached out to you, just because I have a daughter, I have 4 sons, I got grandchildren. I want that message scream out to the top, the mountaintops, because there's always going to be people who are not going to be too nice. But I think things have really, really changed I mean, social media can be a bad thing too, but I always choose to look at the positive side of things and see the good in people. And I see so many connections forming, especially on TikTok, people, of the support that people need to get out from a dire place.
Yeah.
Right?
And, you know, I think it's also interesting because I had a lady reach out to me like 2 days after everything came out. And obviously everything happened so quickly. I wasn't able to, there's a point I had to just stop looking at social media altogether for a couple of days just because it was so overwhelming that I couldn't, like you had mentioned that you had commented on my stuff so many times before I actually like responded to you. But that's just because there were so many things and I was trying to go through it. When I had 8,000 comments on it, I was trying to go through and like and respond to all of them. And it got overwhelming.
Just to be clear though, you commented pretty quick. I didn't know. You didn't, and I understood that because even for my stupid little bathing suit thing that I did, I got like all of a sudden I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I got to answer each one of them because I don't want to be an asshole and be like, oh my God, she only has this many followers and she can't answer anything. So I actually like an hour and a half in the morning to do it.
I had this lady reach out to me via Instagram, and so she wasn't a friend of mine on there, so I had to accept it, and I read it, and it like made me cry because she's like, hi, I've commented on your stuff, and I noticed that you commented on the people above me and below me and didn't like mine or respond to mine and all this stuff. I don't know when things come in. I try to do them in like the order that they came in, but they're all sporadically spread out once they do come in.
Yeah.
And when I see them,
that.
And this lady, she was like, when somebody who has your amount of power and the amount of followers that you have, to not respond to somebody as little as me really makes me think that I'm not worth anything in my life.
Oh.
And for somebody to post or like message me something like that, the first reaction instantly was like, oh my God, like, please don't, like, please, no, like, that's not who I am as a person at all. For her to say something like that, it really hurt me, but then it kind of made me mad because that's putting another thing on somebody to essentially belittle them. And also, a lot of people don't realize, like now in your podcast they will, but a lot of people don't realize that this was a literal overnight success for me. Like, it has only been a week since I gained all these followers. I told you I had less followers than you when I posted that. And this is an overnight success. That's why people keep like tagging James Charles and my stuff and tagging like a whole bunch of like companies in my stuff because they're like overnight influencer is what they keep calling me, or whatever the hashtag is. But like, this lady didn't know that this just happened to me the day before. And I'm not this huge person. I'm a normal person. I'm a mom. I have a normal job. And so it was hurtful in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be hurtful, because I try to respond to everybody. And I did respond to her saying like, oh, I do apologize if I haven't gotten to it. Like, please let me know what your username is. I'll go respond to it right now and all this stuff. And like apologizing for it and just saying like, listen, all my followers matter to me. I'm trying to get to everything, but it's become overwhelming for me. And I responded that to her and she didn't even respond back to me. I saw that she read it, but she didn't respond back to me. So I hope that if she's listening to this right now, that she knows that I had no ill intention by not liking her or responding to her stuff, but that's not who I am as a person, and I'm working as hard as I can. Like, just like all the people on my lives, because I've been trying to go live more because people really like it. keep telling me, hey, I duetted you. Will you duet it, or will you go like it or comment? And I'm like, yes, please, like, just keep tagging me in it, because if I don't get to it by today, I will see it eventually if you keep tagging me in it. There's just every single time I reopen my TikTok, it could be 2 minutes, I have over another like 100 comments or something. So it's overwhelming.
It's a part-time job.
It totally is. I'm like overwhelmed with it. Like,
it's a part-time job. You have a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're working. You're a cosmetologist. You teach or something, right? Don't you teach at a school? Yeah,
I'm a cosmetology educator.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you're only human. You can only do the best you can, right?
Exactly.
Don't ever forget that.
Thank you.
We're all just doing the best we can. I mean, you actually were like, oh, when can we do the podcast? Oh, we could do it Sunday. And that was like Friday. So
yeah,
I'm like,
and you were
like,
what?
You know, okay, I'll open up Sunday for you, whatever.
I told you, I'm a normal person. I don't have like that crazy of a life.
Oh, I know that. And even like movie stars, they all poop. They all go to the toilet and wipe themselves, I think. I mean, you know.
I will say, I feel very much humbled in the aspect of like, before I would like celebrity stuff. And I had a lot of celebrities like follow me or like reach out. And I was like, what? Like totally starstruck. But now people are doing that to me. And I'm like, it's kind of humbled me in the aspect of like, whenever I would comment on people's stuff and they would respond to me, I'd like freaked out. I was like, oh my gosh, fangirl moment. You know what I mean? But now I'm commenting back to people's stuff and they're freaking out, losing their marbles that I responded to them.
God,
my lives, I said their name. And I'm like, stop it.
Now you got to go to my duet and comment, because I did duet you. I think I did. No, you liked it. I don't think you duetted.
Oh, okay,
I don't think but that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm pulling your leg a little bit. A little bit. But it's been delightful talking to you. What I normally ask, it's probably going to be a thing that I do on every podcast, is that I ask for like some words of something as a parting. Is there anything you would like to share with the listeners, the audience? Something positive, something. Okay. Take it away.
So a lot of people in their comments that they're saying is, I wish that I could be as good as you. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Quit wishing for it and just do it. Because that's what I did with my TikTok. And then my other, like, there's a couple favorite things that I say. The other one is like, don't ever let anybody dull your sparkle. And then the other thing I have it tattooed on me is dare to dream. Because if you don't dare to do it, then you'll never achieve it. So
say it again. If you don't dare to do it, say it again.
So it is dare to dream. If you don't dare to dream it or achieve it, you will never get there. So different words, but same thing.
No, amen. That's
ultimately
great.
Dare to dream.
So wonderful. Where can people reach you? I mean, do you have, I know you said you were putting up a link tree, but should they go to your TikTok, and then from there they can go to your Instagram, right?
Yeah. So they can either hit me up on Instagram or on TikTok. I have a now I guess I can call it a TikTok or makeup artistry email that you can find on either one of them, but you just have to look for _KAY _LALALA. It's like Makayla La.
Yeah.
That is my username, and I'm going to try to work on doing a link tree right now. So
which will be on the TikTok page. So then they click that, and then they'll find everything. Mm-hmm. So is there anything else you want to talk about? Or
no, I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for having me. You have no idea how much it means to me.
Oh my God, I love you. Hang out for 1 second. So I'm going to do my little spiel. People, you can put your earplugs in if you've heard this 12 other times. I don't know. But all my information will be below. I give out my Google number in case anybody has any feedback about the show, anybody who wants to be on the podcast, or actually just wants to get some words of encouragement from me. So my Google number is 609-429-4058. Again, all my information will be below. I talk about the Rawr bar, which I am an ambassador and affiliate of. The only packaged good I eat, it is good for any diet. It is vegan, but The people who own it are Jake and Rachel, very young couple from Minnesota. 10% of all their net proceeds go to feed the hungry children worldwide, which I just love the company. It's great. I would never eat something that wasn't good for my body. It is protein packed, 19 to 21 grams of protein a bar, organic ingredients, 11 to 13 net carbs, no artificial sweeteners. Coconut oil, it's put together by coconut oil, which is great for the brain. I'm going to be talking about coconut oil on one of my shows about me. Coconut nectar, blackstrap molasses, and Himalaya salt. Now, if you're going to buy, please go to my affiliate link below. It will help me and it will help them. And on that note, thank you so very much, Makayla, for joining me. You are just wonderful, beautiful, wonderful. And God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Everybody have a wonderful and blessed day.